I just toured briefly this Richland Community College program, and I'll tell you why I did. If you ask the people in Decatur, Macon County, Central Illinois, our state, or even our nation, what the number one concern is, it's jobs. You hear it from every politician at every level, from the president all the way down to the city council and even lower. It's a reflection on the fact that people are uncertain about the future. When I went through some of these training areas, classrooms, it turns out that many of the best local employers send their good employees to Richland Community College to be even better employees. They return to the workplace not only with more skills, but more earning power. So how can we build on this? We've already seen an infusion of federal funds, as Dr. Saunders mentioned, into community colleges to buy equipment and to prepare workers for the 21st century workplace. But I think we need to do more. I've joined with Al Franken of Minnesota, my colleague in the Senate, and introduced the Community College to Career Fund Act. It authorizes $8 billion in competitive grants to encourage more effective education and training of our workers. The grants would go to community colleges to support partnerships with workforce trainers, labor, businesses, and ensure that workers are ready for the jobs that are available. The bill creates incentives for these programs to help people find jobs by setting aside money for high-performance outcomes. The bill would make grants available for states so they can work with companies that are having trouble finding workers that they need. And finally, it would provide grants to help entrepreneurs start their own businesses. The program would be administered jointly by the Departments of Education and Labor, and the grants would represent a critical investment in our future. I'm going to work with Senator Franken. We believe that this measure can be passed in the Senate and sent over to the House, even in this current session of Congress. There are so many examples as I travel around the state, as I visit these community colleges, that give me hope. You see, even in the midst of our worst recession that we just went through, there were still companies, manufacturing companies in Illinois that were doing well. They were making profits. Many of them continued to hire people. But many of these manufacturing companies that I've visited all across our state, from Chicago all the way to southern Illinois, tell me the same thing. We need skilled employees. I go to Kraft over in Champaign. It's been there 50 years. They need industrial maintenance employees, and they pay a good salary, a good starting wage for those people. But to get the right skill, the right education, person motivated and prepared to go to work is what they need. The bridge between that employer and a potential employee is a community college like Richland and others around our state. This program will incentivize community colleges like Richland to think anew, to create new partnerships and new ideas, and to build on them so that we can keep our promise, politicians from every level, to create new jobs in this country.